Looking at strange things on the internet and YouTube. Chuck chases the facts.
Our favourite flat earther, CC Chris from New York, Westchester County, is back with another video rant. Yes, CC Chris from Westchester County, New York is back. Our favourite flat earther, CC Chris from New York, is back with yet another fail video. Chris fails to understand that the Earth is a globe. It rotates at 1,000 miles an hour whilst orbiting the sun. He fails to believe that we went to the moon. He fails to believe that the universe is massive, with hundreds of billions and billions and billions of stars and planets. I'm fairly convinced that CC stands for Confused Chris. And let's see if we can't help Chris with his confusion.
There is more.
There is more.
And not have to move this object at all, I'll tell you. NASA, you're the finest. I salute you. That's okay, so...
Whoa! Please,
Bastards!
Bring it back.
Hello, all of my fabulous, beautiful people, and how are you all doing tonight? I hope that you are all having an amazing, amazing Friday. Thank the flying spaghetti monster that it is Friday today. Yay! Ramen. So today I have a very, very special guest with me. It is my dear mate, if you will, Chuck Chases the Facts. And Chuck here and I met because, well, Cece and Joe. It's Joe's fault. We'll blame Joe for it. Because Joe sent me over some of Chuck's videos on our friend, also our favorite flat earther of all times, Cece from Westchester County, right? We adore Cece. We adore him. He is our absolute favorite. Hello, Nick. Good to see you. I hope that you're having a good Friday. Hello. I see you changed your name. I like it. It is your fault, Joe. It is all of your fault. So Joe had sent me some videos of Cece, and some of them were done by Chuck. Like Chuck was the one that was reacting. And so through there, I went to Chuck's channel. He came here to my channel and we began watching each other. Hello, Ducky. Good to see you. And now we are friends and we both react to Cece. But of course, I do other things. Chuck does other things. So V says, it's always Joe's fault. Always. Just blame everything on Joe. Even blame this on Joe, Nick. Just blame it on Joe. It's Joe's fault. So tonight, Chuck wants to introduce me to who he likes to call the blonde woman. And I also have, of course, Cece's newest video, because it wouldn't be a Queen and Chuck collab stream if we did not react to Cece. So without further ado, I give all of you Chuck Chases the Facts. And so those facts, they better run.
Hello, hello everybody. And before I say hello, actually, yes, I can confirm it is Joe's fault.
Just everything.
That's
everything
it.
is all Joe's fault.
I think that's the end of the stream. It was nice being here, but yeah, it's Joe's fault.
Everything is Joe's fault.
Everything is Joe's fault. That's
He's
all I
willing
can
to
say.
accept it, though. So that's the good news. Is that even Joe says it's his fault.
Oh, well, look at
Oh,
that.
there you go.
There you go. That's it. Well, it was nice being here. We'll see you again in about 4 weeks.
Everyone have a good night. Roll an outro.
That's it. Well, thank you very, very, very much for having me here. And what an awesome introduction. Thank you very much indeed. Lots of my intros there. And
Yeah, I loved it. I was like, Chuck is going to laugh his ass off when I play this. And I had the honor of watching you laugh your ass off in the backstage. I was like, yes, it worked.
I was thinking, I bet you were watching me backstage going, oh, God, he's an idiot. But no, thank you very much. And hello to everyone in the chat, especially Joe, of course. It's your fault. V, my internet wifey. Hello, darling. Much love. And Purple's here. And Mrs. Mud Duck. I like that name. That is awesome name. I really like that.
Yeah, she's a very good person as well. Joe says, how do you think I've been married for almost 28 years? Because you just say everything's your fault, right?
Your fault, yeah.
Yes. Chuck, take notes.
That's
Your
it.
internet wife here.
That's it. It's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. You didn't take the trash out. Oh, yeah, it was my fault. You didn't wash up. Oh, yeah, it's my fault. Yeah. We're $5,000 in arrears. Oh, yeah, it's my fault. You know?
Well, I guess it's better than putting $5,000 into building a rocket to try to prove the Earth is flat.
Oh, that has been done before now.
It has.
Unfortunately, somebody lost their life doing that stupid thing.
Yes, I covered it. Did you cover that one too?
No. I sort of left that one alone, but I don't know.
I covered it later. I waited a while. It
I was going
when it happened because agreed. That's just not cool.
I think maybe it's time to dig into that one.
Good old Rocket Man. It's a fun one.
Very sad though that
everyone's wondering who the blonde is. They're like, Chuck, do you have some hot blonde girl on the side that we don't know about? Who is the blonde girl? It's the teddy bear.
Well, mini Chuck.
That's the only love of his life. Just the conspiracy bear. Very upset with me today. I got it.
That's not funny.
No, you have V. Your internet wife. I'm a friend. Joe's a friend. You're surrounded by love here.
Mini Chuck, don't listen to them. Don't put that over here. He's very sensitive.
Tell him I'm sorry, and I love him very much.
We all love you. Apparently, everyone loves you.
We all love you. So yes, who is the blonde woman?
So the blonde woman her name is Dawn. Dang it, Bobby, I had it here a second ago. Bear with me 1 microsecond. Her name is Dawn Dassault.
Dassault.
Dassault. Dussault. Dawn Dassault. And no ordinary Dawn. Dawne. Dawn.
So spelt fancy. Fancy Dawn.
Very fancy.
She's unique Dawn.
Unique is not the word.
Oh, lovely.
is not the word. She speaks at roughly what do secretaries normally type out? About 60 words per minute. Well, this woman,
Yeah, I'd say.
well, this woman talks at 60 words per second.
Oh no.
Oh yes, and talks. There's a very technical term for what she talks. Bullshit.
Oh yes, bullshit. I am
Talk,
familiar with that.
I believe that you are familiar with that. Just
Like I
to
talk a
have
lot
it.
of it too. We all do, don't we?
Well, yeah, maybe. But yes, I believe we obviously know CC both very well, and he also talks bullshit.
Yes, yes. And is it similar bullshit to CC's bullshit?
Yeah, conspiracy theories, believes in this, believes in that, doesn't research. You know,
Well, that's perfect. That's what we do here. We talk about people that don't research, that talk about weird things.
see, the thing that troubles me about CC, or one of the things that there are many things that trouble me about CC.
There's a list.
Many. But one of the things that troubles me about CC is obviously he's got a home computer because he's produced his videos, etc. He's got a phone. He's got an office with a computer. Does he or has he not heard of? And maybe some of you have not heard of this thing, but I think he's not heard of this thing called the internet.
I don't know.
And in particular, Google.
Google.
Look, it's this crazy new concept. It's been around for a couple of weeks now, but apparently you go into Google and you type in a question, and Google will give you some answers.
Hey man, that's like Ask Jeeves.
Oh my god, I love Ash Jeeves back in the day. That was so cool. But yes, you type in a question into Google. For example, what is the time in Ottawa? Or what is the time in Rio de Janeiro? Or what is the time in England? And Google, very clever. I don't know if there's a bloke on the end of Google that knows all this stuff. And he'll type you a response. It is 1:45 in England in the morning. It blew my mind the first time I looked at it. I'll tell you.
Yeah, like back in 95.
Somewhere around there.
Hello, unfucking believable. Good to see you. So, yes,
right.
cow shit. I mean, technically, these would all fall under what some of you guys refer to as cows. I guess if you want to call them that, people with extreme beliefs that promote weird things.
That's right. What
Joseph,
about the cat?
What time is it in New Zealand?
It is, my friend, 10 minutes past the first hour of the afternoon. Oh, no, sorry, the second hour of the afternoon. It's
but what day?
Oh, it is Saturday.
Oh, he has a whole day ahead of me, this man. He lives in the future. We are time traveling right now. It's Friday where I am.
I can't tell you anything about what happens.
It's 10 after 9 p.m. on Friday here. And it is 2 in the afternoon.
It is 10 past 1 in the PM.
10 past 1, sorry, over there. They also tell time very strange in New Zealand.
Well, technically, this is the second hour. If you think about it, the first hour is from 12 till 1, and the second hour is from 1 till 2. So we are technically in the second hour.
You got me there. Math's never been my thing. Off on a Saturday.
Yes, my shift pattern has changed again. So for the next 4 weeks, including this past week, I am now working Sunday to Thursday, and I am working 2 p.m. till 10:30 p.m. for the next 4 weeks. And can we please, my darling, please, V, can we not talk about the birds?
The birds aren't real. Birds are just not real. That solves that. That is another conspiracy theory for those who do not know. It started as a joke, and then some people.
I'm sure there's a video. There's a video out there of someone that believes there are no birds.
Yep, I covered it as a joke video, and then in my making of the Reddit joke video on it, I actually met one that was very adamant that the birds were just drones that the government sent around to spy on us. But it wasn't part of the joke, which is part of the joke, by the way. People do joke about this, and there's a whole subreddit on it. You can go laugh on it. I know, right? So it's a joke, but then a lot of these internet jokes that, take off like that, you end up with a very small group of people that are almost like, yeah, that's real. Because there's a whole community on it. You know what I mean? So, yeah. See, there is. See, V knows what I'm talking about. They are completely about this. And they are actually real. They fully believe this. And you cannot convince them otherwise. I tried. I was like, well, what do you explain when birds, let's say, pass away? Have you ever seen a bird just pass away? That happens sometimes. I lived in the country. We used to sometimes see them just around, in our fields and stuff.
I remember watching a video, and I can't remember on whose channel it was. I can't remember if it was Simon Dan or Conspiracy Cats, but there was this woman who had her camera, obviously, and she was zooming in and going, look at them, they're not moving right. Yeah, it's because you're on a camera and you're zooming in. It's just, it was brilliant. And she just said they're all drones, all flying together. Like, come on.
That explains the flock for sure. She figured it out, guys.
She did.
We should let the FBI know.
You haven't got an FBI.
No. But she has to be from America. I'm Canadian. Chuck's
I'm British.
Right? So that joke's allowed.
Yeah.
So this here is.
It is Sunday, the 11th of December, 2022. And it just so happens that within the last 48 hours, I've done a lot more research on the sun and the moon and the impact on the earth, but then also the impact on parasites.
Parasites? Sun and moon?
The sun. Okay, yeah, I need a minute. So she has research. First of all, it's first thing in the morning. She rolled out of bed, made her coffee, and said, do you know what would be a really good idea? If I made a conspiracy theory video for YouTube right now.
Right in my dressing gown. In my dressing gown. I haven't done my hair. I haven't put my makeup on, but that's it. Let's get out of bed. Let's go.
Yeah. So, at least she's grinding, I guess. She's hustling. Got to give her that. And then, okay, so we have researched the moon and the sun and their impact on the earth.
And then
also on parasites. On the earth? The parasites on the earth?
Or the parasites on the sun? Or the parasites on the moon?
Yeah, I'm confused. What parasites? Hopefully she tells us.
And other things, but I digress. I'm just going to get into first things first with monism that I was talking about in yesterday's video, and the circle with the dot in it. That is.
Oh my God! She actually has a whole notebook full.
There is a circle.
Conspiracy notes.
There is a circle with a dot in it,
and that proves something. I'm not sure what it proves, but she seems to believe that her little diagram there proves something about the sun, the moon, or the earth. I don't know. It's a booby. That's what I always think of when I see that. I'm just saying. I can't be the only one. There we go. Now it's both of them. What does it prove? That you can draw circles. Yay!
And put a dot in it.
And put the dot. Much talent.
That is hidden symbology in a lot of different occult groups, and this is something that was described.
Wait, okay. I have
Whoa!
to say,
Did you hear that?
I cover a lot of occult groups.
Groups.
I do. The other thing I like to cover is cults and that kind of thing. I have never seen the circle with a dot in it as one of their symbols. They use the third eye a lot. They use a lot of like Christian, like crosses and that kind of imagery.
You haven't been looking in the right places, obviously.
I guess I should be looking on the moon.
By Ptolemy and Hypatia, who was a female astronomer, mathematician, scientist, and
wait, what does her gender have to do with it?
Well, it's very important these days. It's very important. You can't just say that all philosophers and astronomers were just men.
Oh,
it's equality. Come on.
I'm sorry, my feminism isn't up to par, I guess.
I
just
also
thought that was
believed in the geocentric model, and so did Ptolemy, who was from the 2nd century CE, and up until the 15/1600s, when we had this scientific, what we're calling the revolution, but what I'm calling the de-evolution, people did believe in the geocentric model. And then there was another model that came out, and I believe it's called the Tycheia model, but that's more like.
There is actually no proof in any time in ancient history that people actually believed that the moon wasn't real, that the sun wasn't real, that the earth was flat. So
to be fair, there were some religions that did believe the earth was flat, and originally a lot of people thought the earth was flat, and it wasn't until Jiggins, what's his name, Eratosthenes, did the 2 sticks in the ground thing where they cast different shadows, and then he went, the earth's round, dude. So they kind of did believe that the earth was, well, they didn't believe the earth was flat, they just didn't know.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. I don't necessarily think that it was a belief that it was flat. I just think that they just had no clue.
Just didn't have a clue.
Yeah, like what to think of it, and then that kind of happened. I'm sure that there were religions that believed in that, just like I find a lot of the people that do believe in the flat earth today are kind of very, very extreme Christians. A lot of them are. There seems to be an overlap there. I'm just saying. But I don't know what she's talking about right now. And I feel like everyone's always known that the sun and the moon were real.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I do like Nick's comment there. Latest news. I heard that I think he's mistyped that there, but I think found parasites on Uranus. Wacka wacka wacka. Like it.
There's parasites on Uranus.
The geocentric model, but with where the luminaries, what we're calling the planets and the stars, revolving around the sun and not the Earth, as Ptolemy discusses and shares with his maps, and his experiments and his predictions on the constellations and the flight, or whatever you want to call it, paths of the luminaries.
That's my real life husband.
And the sun and the moon and the eclipses and the full moons, etc., were 100% accurate. And his explanations needed work, but that wasn't his forte, right? But he did a lot for science, and then for almost 2,000 years, or more, because there's still people that still believed in the geocentric model, even through the scientific de-evolution. And we're trying to discuss this and refute the these claims made by people like Copernicus, Nicolaus Copernicus, who was a Freemason, part of these occult groups, and who, for whatever reason, came up with the heliocentric.
Copernicus. Now, I'm not very good with my people and my dates, but Copernicus was BC, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I don't know how you spell it. Copernicus. But Freemasons weren't invented until what, 1819 something? So how have Copernicus been a Freemason? Wasn't even heard of.
They started in 1641.
Yeah.
Freemasonry was 1641.
Okay, so Copernicus, I do apologise. I'm getting, like I said, I'm not very good with names and dates, but Copernicus was born in 1473. So I'm pretty sure that Freemasonry was not around in 1473.
No, it wasn't around, like I said, until the 1600s. So
Yeah.
that couldn't have been a thing. Now, I don't know if maybe he might have had like a belief system that was similar to theirs, but I doubt it because, again, it wasn't really a thing back then.
No.
But
So that's a wild accusation and very poorly researched. Well, in fact, no researched at all.
I would like to know where her research is coming from, because let's be real, I'm working on a video right now about like bias confirmation, right? Confirmation bias, what is it, etc. And it depends like where she's doing her research, right? If she's just researching all these things on conspiracy theory websites,
Yeah.
then obviously she's just feeding into her own conspiracy theory. So I often wonder when I hear these people talk, like same with CC, where he gets a lot of his ideas from. I'm like, yeah, but where was your research done?
Yeah.
It obviously wasn't Google. It obviously wasn't like the Encyclopedia of Britannica. It wasn't any of the universities out here. Like, where is this research? Like some Facebook group called the Flat Earth Society?
Oh.
Like, you know, like, is that where the research is coming from? I'm always very confused on that.
Or the sort of crazy homeless guy on the corner, because he's always got some great knowledge.
Yeah, like Von Helton. She listens to Von Helton. There you go.
Hoax, the heliocentric model, and that's been constantly debunked and disproven since, and we're still talking about gravity, even though that is something that can be like repeatedly like explained and debunked, and people like
I don't feel like gravity can be debunked and explained like that it's not real. I would, every time I've ever heard anyone try to explain gravity not being real, they sound like a crazy person, and then they drop something in the presentation and it falls to the floor. And then I say, well, what do you call that?
Yeah.
Not gravity, then what is it called? I guess
density and buoyancy. That's all it is.
Yeah. Yeah,
Fuck
right?
off.
Like, but what happened with this? I do want to hear her explain. We need to find a video of her just explaining gravity and why it's not real. If she ever watches this, Dawn, whatever it is, please do a video where you debunk gravity so that we can react to it. Thank you.
Isaac Newton and his theories. He's been proven time and time again that he was wrong, and I don't understand why people don't know that about big significant things, and how there was even like differences in like the theory of gravity and discussions of it between Isaac Newton and Einstein.
Whoa, what?
And
What?
Wait.
and beyond, but-
Whoa! Whoa!
Wait.
Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Discussions between Isaac Newton and Albert Einstein. Let's just take a moment here. Let's just take a moment here. So, Isaac Newton had discussions with Albert Einstein.
Apparently, Chuck. That's what she said.
So, fun fact here. Now, I did say previously I'm not very good with my names and my dates, but I do
He's
know
good with
this.
facts. He does chase them.
I do know this. Isaac Newton was born in 1642 and died in 1726. Albert Einstein was born in 1879 and died in 1955. So please, Dawn, when did they have this?
Wrong.
When did they have this discussion?
You see, she probably believes in ghosts, so I would like to think that she thinks he returned as a ghost in order to talk about relative theory.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm crying.
He came in, he was like, Einstein, we need to have a talk. It's the ghost of science past.
Oh my god. They travelled to each other with Tesla time machine.
Yeah. It was the time machine.
That's it. A TARDIS. Yes, Joe. Yes, they
by
both.
Elon Musk.
It was born in. Oh my god.
I don't know what happened there. Like, she just, like, how did she get that research? I do. Now I need to also, do you know what? Scrap that gravity video. Just scrap that.
Make a video on how Newton spoke to Einstein, please.
Yeah. Instead, do a video explaining this meeting.
She
When did
definitely.
it happen? How did it go? What was said? Did they order
They-
crumpets, tea? I need to
Yeah,
know.
did they have coffee or tea and crumpets? I don't know. What the fuck?
They're scared. She like had a dream last night. That's what she's actually talking about. Like, this is why you have your coffee first, Dawn. This is why you drink the coffee before you record the video. Lord, that was.
Stars.
We're just we are time traveling in this thing.
Jesus Christ.
All over the place.
But yeah, so people that are believing in the pseudoscience that has been reinforced by propaganda
We're the
machines
ones.
all throughout the world. I keep like asking about like have you read your Bible for the religious people in like of various different religions, but even in the original King James version, and again, like, there's a lot of different Bibles that have been recreated.
I can assure you right now, I am not going to my Bible to find out the shape of the earth.
No.
Or
It is
what Albert Einstein said
in the Bible.
in the Bible.
The gospel according to Albert Einstein. Oh my god. I'm getting so
How do
sick.
you know Einstein 351 verse 2?
And translated throughout the years, and there's been known and proven like inconsistencies, and then also chapters or books that should have been part of or used to be part of the the set of books that make up all the Old and New Testament, where there's 66 books in total.
Wait, what?
39 and 27,
What?
which are also significant gematria numbers.
This
Anyway, where was it going?
this is the second time I've heard this about that there were books that were deleted from the Bible. How do people know this? The Bible was collated, over 2,000 years, or just about 2,000 years ago. That's when the actual Bible. So how do they know that certain books were deleted from the Bible?
From the original. See, like, I could, if it was like, okay, the King James Bible was like the whole Bible and they were talking about new versions, like how they took out the Old Testament. Oh, the Old Testament, for example, is very different in the new versions. That would be different, but that's not what she's saying. She's saying
No.
the original written Bible
Well,
got edited before its original press release,
yep.
and they took out. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
That's the second time in a week that I've heard this now.
see, the only way would be if there was like some kind of journal entry in history talking about this, and I don't think any of us have ever heard of such a thing. And I think that would be all over the news.
And Purple, you're a silly person. Purple Sky, you are a silly, silly person.
The earth is shaped like a donut. Yes, Joe, that's coming. Don't worry. We always do a commercial break in between what we react to.
With that. Oh yeah, and so there's been like repeatedly these what we're calling these experts that have just provided theories.
Yeah, I hate it when somebody is sitting in their house in their living room that has no science or educational background, no background in philosophy even or fucking anything, and then they have the audacity to be like scientists.
Yes.
It's like, am I supposed to listen to you, lady with messy hair, drinking her coffee?
I mean, what did they do? Did they go to college and university for 10 years and become a scientist and study everything? Oh, God, how dare they?
Yeah, like I read a Facebook post the other day. I obviously know so much more than the scientists who went to school.
Went to university, studied 10 years, got the doctorates, got the masters, got everything. They know everything. But a quick search on, well, obviously a lack of quick search on Google makes me an expert.
Yeah, apparently. Which is funny because I don't even let people that claim to be experts just using Google get away with that. So I can't let this lady claim that she's an expert when she doesn't use it. We can't let that happen here.
And that's what science is, right? It's like there's theories that are put on the table that are explained, but they also have to be like experimented on or research and experimentation done and the ability to duplicate the models, right?
So then what experiments are you conducting? Right? If you're going to say, oh, well,
Good
these
question.
scientists are faking, they have to do all these experiments. Like, obviously, they've done that to come up with their conclusions to their hypotheses, right? So your hypothesis is all this stuff is fake or whatever. The moon, the sun, all of it is backwards from what we learned. So then what tests are you doing? What experiments are you doing? And do you also wear your house coat when you do those?
How many peer-reviewed papers has she produced?
Right. You know, like, I'm not an expert. I don't pretend to be an expert. But I do know that I would rather listen to those who are an expert than Dawn here with her big bun on her head and her house robe.
Because even talking about gravity, like I've discussed how there's been like tests done with helium balloons and putting like an electric charge wiring system to it, and when there's a negative charge it lowers, and when there's a positive charge it raises, and there's just so many like we don't feel like we're moving or that we're being pulled to the earth, and then there's just a lot of things within nature that would also prove that like again we're not even spinning because of hummingbirds not being impacted.
Oh, not the hummingbirds. Oh God.
We tried to stay away from the birds. We tried to stay away from the birds, Chuck.
But it fell into my lap, quite literally. Oh God. This is so painful. It's easy why flies and mosquitoes, and just as I look at my window, there are a trail of birds flying past. They they defy gravity because of their wing movement. It's the same as an aeroplane. An aeroplane defies gravity because of flaps, because of lift.
Aerodynamics.
Oh, Gordon Bennett.
I had to do a whole video explaining this to Cece. Because it seems like none of the people, right, that believe in this like conspiracy theory understand this concept. Like they just don't understand wings. Like they're like,
No.
how do these wing things work?
Yep.
And then you explain it to them and they're like, but I still don't get how they work. And it's just like, it's magic, dude. You know, you believe the earth is flat, just believe in magic, would you?
Yep, that's right. Just, that's it. David Copperfield.
By
David
the Coriolis
Copperfield
effect
is God.
Or, you know, not factoring in like the spin when we're in air balloons, but then people are trying to say that like, no, but like we're all moving simultaneously at the same time, even masses that are less dense and more dense. Anyway, there's just been just too many things that could be even, you know, explained away without doing the research and experimentation, but like that has also been repeatedly done, and so it would be interesting if people would take more of a look into that stuff, and Hypatia as well, and just conveniently enough, like all of her work, even though she was ahead of her time, and people like Socrates and Plato, like they are people that like spoke highly of her, and she was apparently like the best like scientist / astronomer of her time, and people came from all over the world to listen to her speak and wanted her advice, and she was well respected and she's single for many years, just like me, and apparently she was
No shit. No shit.
Chuck said
Dawn,
it, not me.
Dawn, you're single? Wow. I wonder why.
I know. Dawn goes on a date with a young lad, right? And they're sitting across the table at the restaurant. And he's like, so what can I get you? You know, you want a drink first? And she goes, as long as it's not water because of the parasites. And then they go to order, you know, food. And she's like, I can't eat anything that came from the earth because the earth is flat and the sun isn't real. And then he goes to the bathroom and he never comes back again.
It's gone. Straight out that window.
It just keeps happening to the poor soul.
Even if there wasn't a window, he would create one.
And she even does her hair and makeup for those.
Oh my God.
But she keeps wearing the damn house coat.
Dawn is single.
very good looking, and apparently she
can't believe
anyway and so there's
Well, I guess if there's any lads out there that are looking
for a bit of crazy.
Welcome. You're
For a
welcome.
little, if you
Come
like
out
the
with
crazy,
Warhammer.
Dawn right here is single, guys.
Yep, and she's looking. I think she's looking like something anyway.
so a lot of like similarities, which is very interesting because it's not someone that I knew a lot about or anything about before I started delving into this like the pseudoscience stuff.
Well, you know, Cece's wife has to be getting sick of him soon, so
Oh,
we'll put her on the back burner for him.
it's got to be
back at
close.
the more original astronomers and mathematicians and scientists, and then looking at their models and their research studies and their experiments and what they discussed, and it makes a lot more sense to me, and it's very clear, and why I think for so many thousands of years, I think that the world is older than what we're being led to believe, and I do believe that people that have survived in more austere climates or underground, like we've seen in so many different civilizations and countries like Turkey, like I shared just yesterday, where there was underground tunneling systems that were underneath certain like palace areas or cathedral areas or whatever.
Insulin here says, I wasted so much money sending my daughter to university to become a scientist when she could have learned it all on Facebook. Well, now I'm pissed.
Yeah.
No, like you could have saved all of that money. She could have just watched this lady's videos, and apparently she would have learned everything she needs. Chuck, did you say that chickens aren't birds?
I have never said that. I have never said that. I have never said that.
See, that's the thing is that, you know, if she would do herself up and wasn't a crazy person with some really crazy beliefs, then she wouldn't be the ugliest woman in the world. She'd probably do all right for herself.
It's
I
the blonde. It's the blonde eyelashes that really get me. My eyes go there immediately. I've never seen blonde eyelashes. Never.
She's albino. They're not real, just like redheads like my husband aren't real. Gingers, not real.
Oh, there's
And
a
like
good
the tunneling system looks
there's
very
a good
similar to
conspiracy
what
theory.
ants create underground when they do their the one that create their civilizations or their colonies and stuff like that. I was listening to Andreas Zertis and I forget what her name is, his wife Brittany, and so many other people that were on his show, and they were discussing things about the moon, and it was very interesting to me because I've done and I've discussed this too, where I think that the sun and the moon are within the firmament, which is talked about in multiple different scriptures. In multiple different Bibles, and there's so many different, again, occult organizations and religious groups and scientific people that do believe in the same thing. And there's been tests done as well where there's where the moon, like there used to be moon towers. I've discussed that before. John Levy, I believe, is the one that discusses the shows towers and makes the link to the moon, or maybe not. Maybe it's Bernie from the
You know, for someone who claimed to do a lot of research,
She knows a lot of shit.
we don't seem to like understand what we're talking about here. And yes, believable, this is quite the mess, and not a hot one either, as we've pointed out.
The ultimate.
not
I'll share links to these people and their YouTube channels so that you can see that they actually do live streams and they do live experiments.
Okay, so wait, 1 second. 1 second. So we are not supposed to believe the scientists, but we're supposed to believe the live streamers.
Yep, who do experiments.
Don't believe me
live.
over scientists. If I ever start talking like I'm smarter than scientists, please say, Queen, shut the fuck up. It's like, no streamer on here is smarter than a scientist unless he himself is a scientist. Don't do that. That's a dangerous territory. Yeah, see, you made Quail Force mad, Chuck. Now we have her saying, I'm sure you birds are real, especially the space
chickens. Yes. Let's just skip over the bird thing, okay? We'll save that for another video. We'll save that for another stream, guys.
Scientific and engineering experiments and magnetic experiments and scientific and all this stuff. And even with the moon thing, Bernie was on Andreas as well, and he showed experiments that he did and how when it's a full moon, how it impacts the magnetic conductivity within contained environments with certain elements. Silver.
What?
She's talking about the kind of like the electro fields of the moon.
Yes, which has a massive impact on the Earth, especially in relation to tidal patterns. Yes,
I feel like that disproves her theory more than it proves her theory.
It's if I may swear, it's fucked up. What is she fucking going on about?
I don't understand how that would prove that the Earth is flat or that the moon isn't rotating or is rotating, because she hasn't really fully explained to us what her issue is here.
But do you see what I mean about when she talks very quick like that? She talks so it does kind of make you listen to her, because you have to listen to I'm staring at the screen going, what is she saying? But she's far out.
See, I'm having a hard time because she's talking about how there were these tests done that a streamer did. And we're supposed to believe the test done by the streamer, but we are not supposed to believe the scientists
No.
and
Why would,
science.
why would you? Why would you when you've got people on YouTube just knocking up experiments?
Just running around with magnets and shit.
Yeah, you don't have to read through thousands of hours of papers written by actual scientists. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just watch a 10-minute YouTube video.
Yeah. No, you know what? Instead of going to uni, they should just sit a bunch of like 20-somethings in a class
Yep.
and then just play YouTube videos for them all
Yep.
day.
That's it.
They would learn.
And that'll be our future.
After you write them a $10,000 check.
Being the one that he's using, and how there's more connectivity, or whatever you want to call it, during full moon periods, and how there's been a lot of like people that have confirmed that, like, even within like hospitals or psychiatric wards, or law enforcement or whatever, that there's more activity and stuff.
I am going to say this. That is a real thing. There is a real thing with that. I am not sure what it is, but when I was working in mental health, it is very true that on nights where there's a full moon, everything would go nuts.
Oh, I am 100% with you on that one. As a ex-police officer, whenever we are on night shift, and we'd walk out and put our gear in the car and just look up and go, oh shit, it's a full moon. Oh shit. And you can guarantee the world.
Yeah, like it
falls
was
apart.
like, oh well, we're gonna have people going back to the hospital today. Like it was just knowing it. There is something to that. Now, what is it? I don't know.
Well, interestingly enough, people with mental issues that go crazy, they're called lunatics.
Yeah.
Lunar, moon,
Yeah.
lunar. There is something there. I don't know what it is. I honestly do not know.
Yeah, like I don't know what it is, but I can say that is a real thing. That is the only thing I will agree with this woman on. Is that yes, full moons have a thing, and some people argue that that's actually where the werewolf came from.
Mm-hmm.
In like fiction.
Yep.
Because when there was a full moon, even back then the crazy people would come out and go all crazy.
Yep.
So that's loosely what the whole thing's based off of. So I mean, that's been a thing for a very long time, but again, that doesn't prove her theory, like, either way. Same with the, like, I don't know how this proves that gravity isn't real.
Yes, moon towers. Unfucking believable. You're right. I did hear that. Moon towers. I mean, what the fuck is a moon tower? Is it like, did Donald Trump go to the moon and build Moon Trump Tower? I don't know. Oh, Struth.
I hope not.
Oh, Jesus. Hello, Keen.
Yeah, so like I don't understand how this is supposed to prove her point. I don't. Like I'm kind of like, where is she gonna take this? We're on a ride. We are about to go.
Is there actually a point?
See, that's what I'm always trying to figure out. Like here, I'm figuring that she's going to tell us, like why we should not believe what we believe and why we should believe what she believes, which is that gravity isn't real. The fucking world's probably flat. She probably also believes birds aren't real, and she must also be a bird racist. Just things like this. And I'm like, I'm going to need something more than, yo-ho, the moon makes people crazy when it's full, and there's a streamer that runs around with magnets that you should watch. And Einstein can apparently bring back scientists from the dead.
Can I just tell a quick joke? I've just seen Unfucking Believable go, hello, Ken doll. I've got a great joke about Ken and Barbie. Are you ready?
I think so.
Why isn't there a pregnant Barbie?
Why?
Because Ken came in a different box.
Oops. Oops.
Oh, sorry. I know that's bad, but that's good.
Are the crab people real? More real than those damn birds, I tell you.
That comes out, to the surface during full moon periods, and there's a lot of like hidden symbology regarding worms in so many different what I call propaganda films and mainstream media, whatever you want to call it. But it turns out that the moon also like that parasites. And there's a lot of parasites within our bodies, obviously within our stomachs, and there's serotonin and dopamine receptors within our stomachs as well, right? So people think that serotonin and dopamine are just mutually exclusive to the brain. When that's not true. There's a significant amount as well, and if you want to take things seriously, there's a lot
Ladies and gentlemen, she has now graduated to be a biologist.
more parasites than there are like me as a whole, and so parasites do profoundly impact people in a positive or negative way, depending on which parasites or microorganism organism.
She has a parasite in her brain.
No shit, Sherlock.
Like, I am like, what the fuck are you on? She keeps talking about symbolism. And like it's satanic symbolism too. And I'm like, wait, the worms and the parasites and the moon and Satan?
I'm waiting. I'm definitely waiting for a reference to 33. There's got to be some reference to or 666.
Yeah, and then the aliens come out.
Yeah.
Or whatever you want to call it, are inside of us. And so when there's a decrease in melatonin and an increase in serotonin, parasites seem to thrive. Bad parasites are ones that cause like inflammatory issues, chronic illnesses, and or IBS, or even again because there's an imbalance with the serotonin and dopamine receptors. The increase in serotonin also increases the activity or whatever you want to call it of parasites as well. So when there's a decrease in melatonin and an increase in serotonin, with that combination, that also again that activates these these parasites, right? And they do tend to I don't know, like they're more active. I just keep saying the same thing over and over again during full moon periods, and so but also like the interesting thing about that as well is when we look at addiction, because I am a recovering alcoholic, whatever you want to call it, and it's only been 2 weeks that since I relapsed again, where it had been a very long time, and it is what it is.
Does that explain it?
That explains a lot. I wonder what's in that coffee cup.
A little too much Bailey's. So,
Hey,
it says the irritated voice. She's talking about tunnels under the Vatican, and then goes on about the moon. She can't keep her shopping cart moving straight, no matter how hard she pushes against the bad wheel.
Sounds about right.
V says, come on, guys. It's pretty obvious she's on something. Listen to the way she's speaking.
It's got to be something. Moonshine.
Moonshine in the coffee. That's what it is.
Moonshine. Love it. Love it. That is probably one of the best comments I've seen in a long time. Moonshine. Got it.
Moonshine.
Love it.
It explains it. I mean, she could be on something. I mean, she's definitely on some kind of rant. I can tell you that much. And she absolutely can't keep her shopping cart straight. I'm still trying to figure out, when this gets to a point.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the point. I am waiting for the point.
What is the point of all of this? I feel like she's just chucking random information at us, and it's hitting us like piles of shit. But then there's no reason for it. And I just want to know what the fuck the reason is. We're halfway through the video, and we're all still sitting here like,
Just, it's like watching a comedian that's telling a really, really long joke, and you're just waiting for that punchline.
And it never comes. It just ends up being a story, and at
Where's
the end,
the point?
everybody dies.
Where's the point?
But when we chronically feed ourselves or give ourselves different coping mechanisms or whatever you're gonna call it, food especially included, food, especially with sugar, high fat, high sugar foods, like this is very
God,
addictive.
not the food.
But like this really increases and activates the serotonin levels. And then when you keep it at when you keep on increasing like the serotonin and you keep on giving it your brain these rewards, then there's these new baselines that are developed, right? Because it's used to being at a certain level, and so whenever it drops, even still above baseline what it should be, it's still it gives us these our body goes in fight or flight, and then because we like this, right? The parasites like what we're giving it, and so it wants more of it, right? So it'll do everything to make us want these things that are increasing our serotonin. So during these periods, a lot of people fast and just have healing teas and or coffees. I drink organic coffee as much as I possibly can to avoid a lot of the chemicals and toxins that are in more conventional commercial coffee brands. And anyway, it's only because I drink a lot of coffee that it matters, I guess.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Drinks.
I was gonna say, is it the coffee?
Drinks a lot of coffee.
It's in the coffee.
It's in the coffee. Oh.
I do understand rants. I am good for this job. Because I can follow what she's saying. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. I'm just trying to figure it out. What's the point, though? And now she's talking about how she just drinks too much coffee. I feel like maybe people have commented to her about why she's
a lot of coffee.
Especially
organic coffee.
Maybe she got it from It Works. It's the keto coffee.
And there's also, so again with the pineal
makes
gland,
a difference.
that's also something that where melatonin is created and DMT activated, and something that it throughout history as well, something that a lot of different ancient people have discussed is something that we need to keep decalcified and activated, and that also is something that apparently looking at the sun and the moon is something that also assists with that connection and accessing higher levels of consciousness and such. And so I think being more balanced with the serotonin and dopamine within our lives would also be something that assists us again with any kind of health issues or chronic issues that we experience, because even pain, when you're more stressed out, we unfortunately experience pain more, right? So when I'm stressed out, my back flares up more. I tend to get more joint issues. I have clavicular osteolysis in my shoulders because again 15 plus years I was in the infantry and then also doing ultra.
So now we get her whole life story?
Say what now? She was in the infantry? With a mouth like that? Can you imagine what a finger does?
Well, I think that life is no longer there. Oh, man.
Oh, wow. That just brought a whole new level to this conversation.
Believable says it looks like syphilis and tapeworms. That's what's wrong with her, you see.
I've been binging on House recently, and a lot of the episodes of House involve tapeworms. It's really freaky how many times there are episodes on House of tapeworms. Yeah,
it's a thing.
It is a thing.
You should do a video on that. I'm dead serious. You should get all of the times that it happens, and then just be like, "Why is House all about tapeworms?" It would be funny. Write that down.
I am writing it right down.
I do like that show too. Now see, the ending of a lot of shows was lame.
No spoiler
We're
alerts,
not
please.
going to do a spoiler, but I feel like there have not been that many shows that have ended where the audience has been happy with the ending, if that makes sense. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think any of us have been happy with any of the endings. I don't think they ever go how we want them to be fair.
No.
Marathons and obstacle courses and shooting competitions and so this is like there was extended use with my shoulders and then yeah.
Why did we need to know that again?
It's a need to know basis, and obviously we need.
Did that have anything to do with the parasites?
Or the flat earth, or the moon, or the sun.
Serotonin? I mean, I guess to be fair, serotonin could be low because she's upset she's in pain, but I still don't know how that proves that the earth is flat or anything about the moon or gravity.
The earth is flat because she was in the infantry and she shot in a straight line, okay? Earth is flat. End of story.
And her bullet never fell down
Mm-hmm.
as soon as it left the gun.
Yep,
So
it
because of
traveled.
that, gravity is not real.
It
Okay.
defeated 8 miles per meter squared. That's it. It's all over. That's it. The Earth's flat, guys. That's it. We might as well end the stream here. Earth is flat. Thanks very much for having me on.
There we go. We figured her all out.
That's it.
And then when hired, I like doing like shooting packages and things like that are use of force training for people as well, which involves like a fighting component to it, escort control and maneuver portion to it, as well as tactical de-escalation, tactical communication, which is a bigger piece of it. And then there's handcuffing and baton training and other things as well that
Exactly.
I went from parasites to that, which is super weird. And so yeah, there's a lot of like hidden symbology, not even hidden, but there's a lot of like hieroglyphs and pictures and drawings and stuff like that of like.
Okay, so she just that was fucking.
Where did the hieroglyphs come from?
I don't know. Good night, Joe. Thank you for being here.
See you,
Don't forget
Joe.
to watch the rest tomorrow while you're at work.
See you, Joe. And it's all your fault, Joe.
Yeah, this is all your fault, Joe.
It's all your fault.
All your fault. Remember, everybody blame Joe.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't even know what just happened. She went on a rant about her life, and then we went right into symbolism without even taking a damn breath.
We went from being in the infantry to Egyptologism. How does that happen?
Yeah.
You went from 2000 and whatever to 4000 BC in a heartbeat.
I told you, she's a time traveler. It's a problem.
Ah, it's the TARDIS.
It's the time
Joe was
traveler.
right. It's the TARDIS.
Apparently, so was Einstein. So there's that.
Why didn't I think of that?
See, we're figuring out. We're learning a lot today, Chuck. I mean, we were here
Learning?
to change the facts, and we're doing it.
Learning? Are we learning?
I think that's the word I'm going with.
Is
the
that
one that I used? It's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Damn it!
okay?
Moons,
Okay.
and it's like on flags, it's on logos, it's on so many different things, and it's always like with a sun disc with it, and then with like stars that are like like beyond it, showing that that like where we're seeing the sun and moon, like that these are not like objects that are 3-dimensional or what do you want to call it, like where there's things that could be seen beyond it or through it, right? Especially during certain periods when they're not fully lit up. And then I discussed this yesterday too, but when we look at eclipses, solar eclipses or lunar eclipses, like we never actually see the moon or the sun actually like moving toward like each other and passing over, right? And so like I even shared this like this past summer where oh yeah, and so like another conspiracy theory, but like
Whoa, woman! What was that?
What the fuck?
I was with her. I was like, okay, we're getting a story. She did something this past summer, okay. And then it was just like, nope. not that story. We're going over here now. It was like, wait a minute.
Did you see the eyes? It was like,
story. Bitch, I want to know what you did last summer.
well, I know
you
what
around like a damn serial killer now.
I know what you did last summer.
That was insane.
What was that about? That we don't see the sun and the. That's what a fucking eclipse is. The moon.
Yeah, I am very confused.
Oh.
Like, because at first I was like, wait, is she talking about she doesn't see it approach? Because I have seen that. Like, you can see it.
It 100% approaches.
Yeah, like, that's how it got there. It doesn't just magically disappear and then end up in front. Like, that's this. How do you think it traveled over there? I have nothing for that one. I'm just
I'm spent.
I mean, did you not ever see one before, lady? I don't. Like, what does she think it is? Does she think that it's a fucking light being projected from the earth, and someone just takes a big circle ball and puts it over?
Well, don't forget, one of CC's videos, I think it was last week, is the moon is a projection and the sun is a reflection.
I reacted to that one, I believe.
And well, what's it reflecting off, Chris?
I'm still trying to figure it out. He kind of goes back and forth between it's something on the earth that is like I said, it's like a light, like a projection screen is up in the sky, and then it's a projection. And then other times he's even said that it's like completely fake and hanging from the dome.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
You can't really. It depends on what point he's trying to make, I guess.
Yeah, it depends on what day it is. It's either hanging or it's a projection or it's a screen or a hologram. Don't forget the hologram.
Yep. Or all the above, even sometimes in one video, and you're like, wow, who knew that it was so many things? This is a great screenshot too of her just with her hands up.
Yeah, it's like
just like I don't know.
Don't know what the fuck
going on.
I just don't know. I just don't know.
Don't know. We don't know either, sis. We're trying to figure it out. You're making it very hard for us.
Again, it's when you see these things for yourself, it's really hard to dismiss that this could be like a possibility. And so, like, even this morning, like, I'm up again before 5, usually every single morning. And now that we're having the we just had a full moon on the 7th of December ish time frame, depending on where you are in the world or what you believe is the full moon period.
Yeah, I guess it was too hard to Google when the last full moon was.
Yeah.
Before she went on a whole video rant about full moons.
I mean, she went the 7th of December. It's like 7th of December happens every year. Okay, so you can't
it's
just
fake too, just like the birds. We actually go from December 6th to the 8th. I don't know what the 7th of December is that you speak of. It's like the leap year, dude. Come on. V says one of the elders in her dissociative identity disorder said, "Nope, you're not allowed to tell that story. Take another drink." And she was like, "Okay, I'll take several and then tell a whole new story." Ken says, if the dome is convex, wouldn't it focus the sun's rays and light us all on fire?
Yes,
I mean, yeah, technically that's exactly what would happen. If it was being reflected, like we would all die as well. Like I don't know how to explain it to him. I feel like we've all tried to explain it, and then he just makes videos getting more and more mad at us that we don't believe him.
Wake the fuck up, guys! Wake the fuck up!
Nick says, I mean, there are some crazy things that have scientific evidence to prove and debate about. Good example is the dual slit experiment.
My mind went somewhere completely different.
Yeah. See, me and Chuck, we have perverse minds. So when you say dual split slit experiment.
I went
What slit you
somewhere
talking
dark.
about, Nick? Maybe she doesn't believe in years.
Obviously not.
Apparently not. We never got a year, but this is this last December, right? That she recorded this video.
I will tell you when it was. Yeah, it was 2022.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm assuming she's talking about December 7th, 2022.
Oh, I'm going to Google that shit.
You do it. I'll play the video.
And so we're in a waning gibbous, but it's still very bright. And so this morning, like I could see it like in the sky, plain as day. And then I see these lights flashing, and it's aircraft that looks very, very, very high up in the sky.
I was just joking earlier when I said that the aliens were going to be brought up in this video.
You knew it was coming. You must have known it was coming.
I'm just so into doing this content now.
Okay, so
call it.
So on Wednesday,
aliens are going to come. Here it is, ladies and gents.
So on Wednesday, December 7th, the moon will reach its full moon phase as December's aptly named cold moon. Oh God, no, not oh God! It's been called a cold moon. The final full moon of 2022 rises for most of the night. So yeah. Yes, there was a full moon.
Whoa.
On December 7th.
Yeah, that day that didn't exist because it was also a leap year.
Funny enough, though, when I typed in December 7 full moon, and it says on Wednesday brackets December 7. Now brackets are also maybe Google's part of this as well.
Oh my God, Google also thinks that the Earth is flat. They're just being paid by NASA to spread that it's round.
And then there's like clouds, you know.
Or as Cece says, "Fucking bastards!"
Are being like that are following behind it, and this seems to be a pattern that I've talked about.
So I don't even know if mine's working
take
anymore.
My word on this stuff. Take a look at this stuff for yourself, just before, during, and after full moon periods. See, like in the early mornings, see like if you notice these things, and if you see that there was like a very clear sky where you see like the luminaries, like the stars, and what we're calling the planets, but what I'm calling luminaries, and also Ptolemy as well. He predicted with accuracy. I think I said that, like even like the like.
So did she just say that the planets aren't real?
The planets.
The planets are luminaries now.
So, Queen, I'll ask you this question. There are, well, unfortunately now, poor old Pluto's been declassed, but there are eight planets in our solar system.
Yeah.
And all of them has been proved. We have pictures and all that stuff. But they're all round. They're all spheres. They're all balls.
Yeah, they're all globes.
So why on... I was about to say why on Earth. So why is the Earth flat if the other 8 planets in our solar system are round, spheres, globes, whatever you want to call it?
See, the funny thing, Chuck, is that it's not even just the planets. I mean, technically everything out there is round. You can look at the sun. You can look at the moon. Technically, stars are even round in shape. They aren't actually shaped like stars, like in the cartoons we do. Have you got any proof for this, Queen? Where's your proof?
Where's your evidence?
So, I mean, it is kind of funny to think that, she believes in God. So I guess to her, God was like, I'm going to make everything out here round except for this one.
Except that little dot over there. Yeah. I'm going to make it flat.
That's the one I'll put people on.
That's right. I'm gonna fuck around with the whole of the universe, the entire universe. You know, there are, I don't know, something like 10 trillion stars and planets out in the universe. But do you know what? I'm gonna fuck around with everyone. I'm just gonna make this little one here flat. Fuck them.
Yep. He was like, fuck these people, all of them.
But who? But when you think about it, who's he gonna say? I'm gonna fuck everyone. Hang on, I'm the only person out here. Who am I gonna piss off? Oh shit! There's only me. I'm gonna piss myself.
People.
I'm gonna piss myself off. I'm gonna
people so that I can piss these motherfuckers off.
I'm gonna piss myself off and just make one flat, just for shits and giggles.
Yeah. I mean, it is true that they don't usually say that all of the planets are flat, right? It's only ever the Earth that's flat. And if you ask this bunhead here, she says that they're just lights.
Luminaries.
Yeah.
Luminaries.
How Sirius is in the center. Like he didn't get that far, but and how but the planets like he accurately was able to predict and forecast the flight path, and yeah. And then take a look at where, like, who went to the same schools and why they teach theories that that just like reinforce these like fake narratives, and then even people that are.
Wait, whose schools is she looking up?
I'm not sure. I wasn't sure if she's talking about modern times or in history, but
I was like, wait a minute, she's looking up people's schools, like the scientist schools? Like, what are you on about, lady?
yeah. Don't
What?
forget Ptolemy and Aristophanes and all that. They all went to school.
Yeah, I guess.
They fucking invented schools, you fucking moron.
I feel like I am squinting right now trying to listen to her, and I'm not sure why. Because it's not like squinting my eyes is going to help my ears. I'm just bringing that up. I don't know why we're doing that.
I'm doing exactly the same.
I am as well. Like, looking at her like, what the fuck is she talking about right now? Chuck is better than me. He is.
What?
Oh, our troll Sudafed here says that, Chuck, you are better.
Get out of town.
Arrest every Trumper now.
Get out of town.
I mean, no one here is American on this stream. So, I mean,
see, we're either Canadian or we're British or we're New Zealanders. Everyone else can just fuck off.
Right? It's just this lady has gone on at least 6 different rants, I feel like. And we are 16 minutes into a 20-minute video. And I still don't know what the fuck her point is.
What? I'm
like, what is that, final point? Because usually when you make a video or you do a stream, like, you have a main purpose or point that you're doing.
Absolutely.
Or a theme or something, like, we don't have anything here. It's just a bunch of rambling.
It's like I said earlier about the comedian telling this long story, and then you get the punchline. You get the joke. But where is this going?
I can tell you this whole thing's a joke, but there does not appear to be a punchline.
There is definitely no punchline at the moment.
The whole thing is just the punchline. That's what's happening here. Hello, Takara. Good to see you. Yeah, see, Ken says, I'm going to go out on a limb and say there won't be a point.
I 100% agree with you, Kendall.
Like, I feel like...
Did I say Kendall?
Sorry. Wants to make is that she's right about the Earth being flat.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's just rambling about how she's done research into things that she apparently doesn't do much research into, because she's also saying, I don't know. I don't know this. I don't know that. And apparently Einstein is a time traveler.
Who met Isaac Newton.
Yeah. He had to travel back in time so that they could go in.
And then they met the Egyptians, of course. Don't forget that bit.
Yeah, like at the pyramids.
Yeah.
And then Jesus came and they all wrote the Bible together.
Oh, and then took a few books out, of course.
Yeah, and they removed some of the books. See, that's what happened. We figured it out, Chuck. We figured it out. See, we just had to pause for a minute and get our thoughts together. We were the problem here, not the rambling on the screen. It was us, you see.
Okay, we're good
now. Like this, like firmament dome. Every example that they've tried to give, like for example,
and this is my dog says, milk doesn't come from cow either.
I just saw that.
In case you were wondering.
Of how this has been somehow debunked. Like they talk about rockets, like and how they've gone through like the like the dome and have you ever seen it? No, you haven't. And again, whenever I've shown the flight.
Again, I'm just gonna bring up Rocket Man. Don't do it, girl. Don't do it.
Paths. It doesn't look like it's ever going toward the moon or any planets, like any of these spacecrafts or whatever you want to call it. And it does a curve back down to the Earth, and people are not picking that up. And there's more, but I'm going on all these tangents. And I'm in my pajamas still, so it's still pajamas.
Funny use of the word tangent. Funny use of the word, because a rocket. Oh my God, here we go. A rocket has to take off from Earth. It does go vertical. Yes, of course. Then it turns because it has to get into the Earth's rotation.
That's right.
It does not explode at the firmament. It just keeps fucking going.
There's an area in the sky that it has to be in, if that makes sense. I'm like tired, but it has to be a certain distance away from the Earth in order to travel and in order to stay in the Earth's rotation, in order to, travel the Earth and actually get somewhere. So but the thing is that they don't believe that the Earth rotates.
No.
Right? So when you take that out of the equation, it would be hard to explain what's happening. Right? I guess.
Awkward.
I still feel like at some point, though, if the Earth was flat, right? So let's just say the Earth is flat. You're in a rocket and you're not Rocket Man. You are actually going on a real mission. And you go, you're in your rocket. You go up, you take off. Blast off! Eventually, even then, you would have to turn in order to travel to a different area on the flat Earth. Whether or not the Earth was rotating.
True.
Whether or not. And see, this is my problem with this whole thing. But even if the Earth was flat, the rocket, where's the rocket going?
Just straight up. Just straight up.
Like, what? Is there no destination? I mean, I'm assuming you're traveling to another place on the Earth, in which case, like I said, you would at least have to go into a 90-degree angle in order to travel a flat Earth. So see, even with a flat Earth, that theory makes no sense to me.
Absolutely. But of course, the flat earthers believe that rockets go up, they turn, they hit the dome.
Yeah.
And land, always land in the Bermuda Triangle.
Yep. It sucks them in.
Now, I've done a video about the Bermuda Triangle.
Yep.
And it doesn't exist. I mean, there is a triangle between, I think, Miami, Puerto Rico, and Bermuda. There is a triangle. Yes, you can.
Yeah, and it has had the most amount of disappearances in comparison to a lot of places.
But in comparison to other places on the Earth, and may I say the globe Earth, that the percentage of disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle is less than disappearances in any other place on Earth. It doesn't have a higher percentage. In fact, it has a less percentage.
Oh shit, it's less. See, I just figured it was around the same. So I know that there's no because I don't believe in any special powers or anything like that. So I know that there isn't some big force in the Bermuda Triangle like sucking in things and making them disappear. But I didn't realize that it was actually far less than other places. I just assumed it was like the same, and then people were just making a very big deal out of that triangular area for some reason.
Right, and also, I can't remember the name of the institution, but there was an institution that made a top 10 list of places where vessels have disappeared, and the area, so-called the Bermuda Triangle, did not even make the top 10 of that list.
Wow, eh? But that's what I mean. So something like that would disprove that to me. Because in order for there to be a theory with that, I would expect it to have more disappearances.
Nope.
Which that's what I was always taught growing up. Even. Because we learned about the Bermuda Triangle like as if it was like a real thing in school. It wasn't taught to us that it was like a magic thing that was sucking. But it was like, this is an area that is known for having a lot of disappearances. Don't go here, basically.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's interesting.
100% false.
You know, now you're like, oh, it is they are lying to us in school, guys. Chuck just proved it.
If you go, in fact, let me copy this link here. If you go to this video, no, I don't want to play the video, dumb schmuck. I just want the link. There we go. If you go to that video, I explain about the Bermuda Triangle in that video. All right. Whew.
Make sure that I'm not. Anyway, still pink pajamas.
Did she just use the camera to make sure that she wasn't falling out of her shirt by showing us all?
I actually thought she was at one point. I thought she was showing a bit of cleavage, but no, she's got her pajamas on. She's good.
That was just so weird. Like, am I falling out?
Yeah. So if the moon controls the worms, like / parasites, then this is where like even Tremors, like the 100 and all these other movies, there's a lot more that I'm just like failing to mention, but where they have it where there's that like that worm symbology.
Oh my god.
The worm symbology.
No, it's not that. And it's something that CC says as well. Is that he goes, in all these movies. Yes, CC, it's a movie. It's fantasy. It's, writers get together and create a story and just it's just made up. It's made up.
I want to know what he thinks about cartoons. Like, Who Killed Roger Rabbit must have been a trip for him.
You know what he thinks about cartoons. Especially when he took his daughter to watch was it the Smurfs? Oh, no.
It was the Super
Mario Brothers, yeah.
Yeah, the Mario Brothers ones. And there was the Peter.
And what did Mrs. CC say?
She said to shut up and stop the bullshit.
No, that was the one in his kitchen. In the Mario Bros. Says, you need to see a psychiatrist.
Oh, that was yes. You need to see a psychiatrist.
And his answer to that was, I did, but he kicked me out.
Yeah. And I believe it. I believe that. They were like, you are just insane, and you just believe that the earth is flat, and you will not give up.
Jessica Rabbit was pretty real for me. Damn right, Ken. Ho, ho! Jessica Rabbit. Woo-hoo-hoo! She was bloody real.
Transformers
there's a lot
are
of Bible
real.
verses like Matthew 4-8, Psalm 7:5-3,
Desperado's real. We know that.
Psalms 93-1, Revelation 7-1, that talks about, and there's more, and I'll show this on my social media, that talks about like firmaments, domes, and four corners of the earth, and then like and certain people within certain like areas, like going towards the highest mountain or the highest tree and seeing like like the entire world or earth plane, and
The entire world or earth plane?
Earth plane from the top of a high tree? How tall is this tree?
It would have to be pretty fucking tall, dude.
How tall? How tall is this tree? Really?
I don't know.
Where is this tree?
It must be in the fucking Bermuda Triangle.
Can somebody tell me where this tree is, please? Because I want to climb to the top of it and look at the entire plane.
Yeah.
And I'll take a GoPro with me and I'll film it.
Yeah. Take one that's as good as Cece's. Ken, is it the Tree of Life? It could be.
Oh, good question. That's deep. That's deep.
That's too deep for us, Ken.
That's deep.
Oh,
yeah. You're on the wrong channel, mate.
Something that also has like this hidden symbology or ties to like the Trinity as well, where you have heaven, earth, and then the under earth.
Under earth?
Well, yeah, there are a lot of people that believe that the earth is flat, and then Australia is actually under the earth. And then there's other people that believe that under the earth it is just a big chunk of dirt.
Australia. I lived there for 10 years.
Yep, Australia.
10 years.
It doesn't exist, or if it does, then it's upside down.
That's right. And actually, Australia doesn't exist. We are all paid actors and live in Arizona, apparently.
Yep.
Now, I lived there for 10 years. I had a very happy life in there, in Australia for 10 years. And I'll tell you something, whoever is doing the payroll for the paid actors in Australia, well, they're not doing a good job, because I have not got my paycheck.
And you're owed a lot for those 10
I am
years.
10 years. Well, in
That's
fact,
like NASA, they owe me and Joe a really big paycheck.
can you imagine how much Simon Dan is owed?
Right?
MC Toon, Conspiracy Cats, Professor Dave,
I know.
Cool Hard Logic.
And here we are complaining.
Yeah, I'm bitching about, like, I haven't got $10 to my name.
You know what? My friend Quasar, he's also owed money. He lives in Australia right now. And I think that he would want to collect that check. We need to spread the word about this. These guys are right.
I'm getting stressed out about this.
We
now.
gotta make sure people get paid. They're government checks here. This is very unfair to everybody.
I've lived in the Southern Hemisphere since the 1st of February 2006, and I have not seen anything in my bank account. In fact, nobody's asked me for my bank account details to pay into.
Come to think of it, NASA doesn't have mine. Is that why they're not giving me my paycheck?
Oh, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Someone in payroll Monday morning is walking out the door. I'm telling you now. They're going to get fired.
Yeah.
After they do the back pay, of course.
Yeah, we're gonna call. Yeah. We'll do something about that for sure.
As well.
Monday morning, you and me, we're going to phone NASA and get a back pay.
Yeah, we'll get our back pay, but then we'll mention everybody that's owed.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we'll make the list.
Yeah.
You know, and then we'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was going to talk about so many other things, but I still got to get into Hermetica and a lot of books to read, which I'm not going to be able to get into reading this week. But
Oh my God, thank God, because I feel like after this big rant, this girl needs a break.
I'm spent. Well, I need to go and put the cat out. So, do you want to go to a commercial break?
Yep, we can definitely do a commercial break, and you can go let the cat out, and then when you return, we are going to do a react to good old Cece.
Cece. Come on.
Cece. Good old Cece. So yeah, guys, we'll be right back after a message from our fabulous sponsors. We'll be right back after a message from my channel's sponsor. Wait, do you have a condom? You don't have one somewhere? Yes. Oi, excuse me there, sir. Do you have these directions? Sure, you just go down that way and make a turn. Don't let her know that your dinger is almost a no-go. Get Tiny Dinger condoms to you discreetly. It's very important to choose the right size, so make sure that you get your tiny size. Don't be caught without a condom. No, no, no. Get Tiny Dinger condoms, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand. Located at your local CVS, pharmacy, Rexall, Shopper, Drug Smart, Walmart, and in your favorite streamer's nightstand. Now, back to our regular programming.
I ain't no joke.
CC or Chris from New York and Westchester County. CC or Chris from New York and Westchester County. CC or Chris from New York and Westchester County. CC or Chris from New York and Westchester County. CC or Chris from New York and Westchester County. Flat Earth. Flat Earth.
Cause I'm no comedian.
Chemtrailed all day long. Chemtrailed all day long.
Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Can't grasp chemtrails. Can't grasp chemtrails. Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Flat Earth.
Because I ain't no joke.
Flat, flat, flat. Flat Earth. Flat, flat, flat. Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Flat Earth.
You've seen psychiatrists.
CC or Chris from New York and Westchester County. CC or Chris from New York and Westchester County. CC or Chris from New York and Westchester County. CC or Chris. Flat Earth.
You can get a smack for this. I ain't no joke.
Flat, flat, flat. Flat Earth. Flat, flat. Flat Earth.
Chemtrailed all day long.
Flat, flat, flat. Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Flat Earth. CC or Chris from New York and Westchester County. CC or Chris. CC or Chris. CC or Chris. CC or Chris. CC or Chris from New York and Westchester County. CC or Chris from New York and Westchester County. Flat Earth. Flat, 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 flat Earth. Westchester County. Flat Earth. Westchester County.
Chemtrailed all day long.
Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Flat Earth.
I'm no joke, no joke.
Subbing it. Thank you for viewing my videos. Let me be a part of your life.
All right, so we are back. Are you ready to react to our favorite flat earther, Cece from New York?
That was a great intro. That was an awesome video. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Oh, yes, I am. Well, I was technically born ready. So let's go.
All right, so Cece did a video a few days ago. It was posted, I believe, 5 days ago, but it is his latest video, and it is called "Beware on Our Flat Earth."
Is it a Think About It Friday?
Good afternoon, wherever you may be.
I believe that it wasn't. He will say the date, as you know, right? He always likes to say the date.
Well, and in my language, it's always the time because it's back to front. So in my mind, he always gives me the time. It's 4:23. What do you mean it's 4:23? We don't need to know the time, CC. It's 2:21. What?
Oh Lord. That's all we need. Hello, Paracord Princess. I hope
Paracord Princess is one of my absolute darlings. She follows, or she has been with me. She's been a subscriber since very early 2019, I believe. So she's a darling. I love her.
She's your Joe.
Yeah. Technically my Joe. Yeah. And she's very good at Candy Crush as well.
Oh, I tried to play that. I got several, I guess, levels in, and then I gave up. So I'm definitely better than me.
I'm on level on my personal account. I'm on 4,217, and on my Chuck Chases the Facts account, I'm on 2,300 something, or probably 3,000 now. So yeah, I'm pretty good. But Paracord always beats me. She sends me a challenge, and God dang it, Bobby, she beats me all the time.
So I have to say, Cece looks tanned here.
Oh, and the haircut as well.
Yeah.
Look at the haircut.
Yeah, he's looking like he's going through a midlife crisis.
The Hawaiian shirt. I like the Hawaiian shirt. I do actually like that shirt.
Well, thank you for being here, V.
Is she going? Where are you going, V?
Where you go?
Yeah. All right, love you, V.
So are you ready for Cece, Chris?
I haven't watched this either, so this is going to be...
Yeah, we're going in.
We're going in deep.
We're going in deep and dry.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris, from New York, Westchester County. It's 5/7/2023. I have a lot of shit to post, by the way, because I actually have the moon on Friday on 5/5 with clouds behind it.
Excuse me?
He has the moon with clouds behind
it. That is a physical impossibility.
Not that
moon.
the clouds can't be behind the moon necessarily, or make it look like that. It's just you're not going to see through the moon, and the clouds are actually underneath the moon. So
I see where he's going with that. So there'll be clouds, there'll be the moon,
yeah.
and clouds will. Okay, yeah, I'll go with that. I mean,
Let's we got to try a little bit here.
it happens.
I'm like, okay, maybe he thinks he saw that.
But clouds cannot happen 240,000 miles away.
Well, we know that.
I'm just saying for a friend. That's all I'm saying.
I question Cece's perception, though.
Oh.
Right? So I'm like, does he just think he saw this? And then he posts the video up. And of course, that's not going to be what it is. And I would like to point out, too, he never posted this video.
Why does that not surprise me?
Right?
I have a rainbow, actually, a double rainbow, and I didn't even realize this. If you ever look at that double rainbow, you see the colors in the rainbow are Roy G.
All right, Ken, have a good night. Thanks for coming.
It's Ken. Oh, good night, Ken. Thank you very much.
Night, Kendall.
Biv. Okay, that's the color of the rainbow. Now, if you reverse it, well, you reverse it, but that's what you get on the second rainbow. The second fucking rainbow is reversed. I can't believe I just fucking noticed this out of doing flat Earth.
What?
So
What now?
He has a picture of two rainbows.
Which happen very often. It's quite common.
Yeah, usually it's a reflection, which would then make it backwards, which is what he saw. And apparently this proves that, well, to him, I'm sure it proves it's fake.
No, I'm not getting this. So when you have a rainbow, obviously it is you have to have the sun behind you and the rain in front of you, and that creates the rainbow. It's where the sun's rays hit at a certain angle, and it shows you the color spectrum.
Yeah.
On occasion, you do get a second rainbow, because if the rain comes at a certain angle, it will create a second rainbow. And I have personally seen three rainbows, because the rain is coming at, again, a certain angle.
Yeah.
But they all go in the same color.
Now, see, this is what I mean is
It's
technically it could happen where one would be a reflection of the other one. Because let's say it hits off some water and it reflects off. Well, let's just give him the benefit of
all right.
okay.
Let's run with it.
I still don't understand how, if that was a thing, okay, how would that disprove them being real or prove to us that the earth is flat? That's what I want to know. Again, I don't see why this is being delivered to me as proof of anything that he believes in. I'm kind of like, so what? So you saw some rainbows.
Yeah, rainbows.
Right? Like, did you find a pot of gold? Like, if you didn't find a pot of gold, I don't care, dude. Like,
did you find the leprechaun? Was the little leprechaun at the end of the rainbow? Was he there with the pot of gold? Or was he no? Oh, no.
Yeah. Otherwise, I don't like.
I know.
But it's CC, so I'm sure he'll explain it all to us.
Absolutely.
Extremely well, and it will make
with
perfect
science
sense.
and with proven facts, and yep.
He is an environmentalist after all.
for such a long time. I just noticed this. Okay, now another thing with the NPCs, okay, the background people, backdrop people. I was listening to Mark Sargent's interview the other day.
Mark Sargent.
Mark.
So for those that don't know, I just covered Mark Sargent.
Oh, did you?
Just recently, he decided to try to use Justin Trudeau in a video and tried to be a little deceiving and almost tried to put the video out as if Justin Trudeau was a flat earther. And then when you actually watch the video, you realize that he isn't a flat earther, and he's talking about how it's a bizarre belief system. Mark Sargent is one of the biggest flat earthers who has recruited the most people out of any other conspiracy theory into this conspiracy theory, and he is a jackass.
100%. 100.
Just
I mean,
complete jackass.
I won't say he started the whole thing, because it's obviously been going since the I think the mid 80s. But Mark Sargent is one of the biggest protagonists, and he firmly believes that the Earth is flat.
And he did bring it back. They have kind of done some research, and the flat Earth theory was kind of dormant for a very long time until, Mark Sargent and the Flat Earth Society kind of popped up again, and he started doing all of his stupid speeches and talks and recruiting people. So nowadays, like sociologists and whatnot would say that he brought back the flat Earth movement, if you will. I don't know if it ever really went away. I think there's always been a bunch of idiots that believed in it.
Unfortunately, that there has it. Like I just said, it sort of started. Well, it gained traction in the 80s, but it's been ongoing since about the 1950s, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's been around for a long time as a conspiracy theory for sure, but not as true. That's the problem.
And I'll tell you, it's true, dude.
No, it's not. Oh. Yeah, I just said so.
Don't call these fucking people out, okay? Because this guy was rambling on about bullshit. He seemed like he was just like out there. How would he ever know about the term NPC? Because I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was showing him a picture of the moon.
You've got a friend?
On Friday that looks like.
I know. I'm surprised at that too.
Has he actually got a friend? Really?
Did that friend also tell you to go see a psychiatrist? Maybe they should have.
Because they should have done.
Could we get them to? Like, it didn't work when his wife told him. So
have we got any? Can we get some contact details for Chris's friends, and we'll send them an email
to make sure they exist.
Like the sun, which is impossible, because if you actually did land on something like that, you could never, ever, ever take a fucking picture, and that has to do with the rainbows too. Because
whoa, calm down.
Whoa, dude, calm down. First of all, you can't land on the sun. I think that's what he's talking about. You can't land on the sun. It's like a fucking million, billion, trillion, gazillion degrees hot. So you can't land on the sun. And
you would
also,
you would just be set on fire. As soon as you got close to it, it would just be like, poof, you'd disappear.
And also, you wouldn't get a rainbow because there's no clouds or atmosphere by the sun to disperse the rain, because there is no rain by the sun to create a rainbow. What the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, when did the rain put the sun out? Especially if it's just a fucking
it's local. It's local. Don't forget, it's local. It's only 60 miles away. It's only 60 miles away. It's local. So yes, technically the rain could put the sun out.
Jesus Christ, could you imagine? The whole world stops because it rained. Fuck me, man. It's like, why did your God create that substance, CC? Is this gonna take the sun out? Damn it.
Jesus.
Because fuck. So much shit. Okay, all right. I'm going too fast. Okay, I'm going too fast. I know.
Is he talking to us or is he talking to himself when he does that? I really need to know. I feel like he gives himself a pep talk. Like he's like, okay, calm down.
All right, calm down, sir. Right, we're making a video here. We're going to put this on YouTube later. Now, just calm down, son. Just calm down.
Take a deep breath when I can rant more about the flat Earth and not sound crazy.
I'm a little excited about this stuff, but okay.
Excited?
He's excited.
I feel like the word is angry. I feel like it's not excitement that I see in his videos. I feel, and especially lately, the last several videos that I have watched of CC's, I've actually been kind of like, guys, I think he's spiraling out. And he seems very mad. Like he's getting upset and very frustrated. And then
at the simplest things as well. The simplest and very quickly. Anyway, calm down.
Yeah, and then he like calms himself down. He'll be like, okay, just I'm getting too excited.
Just take a breath.
You gotta calm down. And I'm like, yes, you have to calm down. I don't know why you're telling us this, but hold a mirror up. Hello, Six. Good to see you. I hope you're having a fantastic night.
All right, let's backtrack. Okay, so I'm talking to a friend of mine. I'm showing the picture of the moon with the clouds behind it on Friday night, which is orange. It looked like the sun coming toward us, and I just happened to mention.
Well, that's okay. If the sun comes toward us, we just need it to rain.
This NPC behind us, you know, who's just rambling on and on and on and on about bullshit, and he shouldn't have actually been able to hear what I was talking about, you know, at all, because his rambling was just such nonsense.
CC here's one to talk.
I'm really, really worried about the fact that he's started on this NPC thing.
Yeah.
He's got to stop this. He's got to, because I think I have actually watched this, and you know, he's going around calling people, human beings that are, you know, trying to just work their way through life. He's calling them NPCs. And I think this is where this comes from, that he's called someone an NPC, and an actual human being reacted and goes, "You just call me an NPC?" I think he was about to get knocked out.
Now,
honestly.
Can you explain NPC?
Oh, NPC. NPC is a non-participating character.
Uh-huh.
So, to the best of my knowledge, for example, if you play something like Grand Theft Auto or Call of Duty or something, you have that person that's just walking around. They're just walking down the street. They're just literally in the background.
Extra in a movie. Yeah.
That is an absolutely perfect example. So that is a non-participating character. Chris thinks that everyone, or not everyone, but Chris thinks that there are NPCs in our world.
Yeah.
And because he believes that the creator created the flat stationary plane Earth with a dome over it, and put NPCs
yeah,
here to basically fuck with us.
But my funny now, I knew what it was. I asked Chuck to explain it for like audience members. He likes to put me on the spot when I'm on his channel. I put him on the spot when he's here. You know, that was my revenge.
Did
but
did I do well?
You did better than I did. I'll give you that. But the funniest thing about this to me is that people that believe in this obviously have some kind of like main character syndrome. Because I'm always kind of like, but you're not an NPC. So like, are you the one? Are you the main character?
Are you the creator
of the world here? And like the rest of us all exist as background to your life, CC. Like you're the important one. That's why the conspiracy theory exists. They created the dome just for you.
That's
right?
a good. That's a good point.
So many of them that believe this, and I'm like, how did they all find each other? All the real people in the world. They're all in like this club together, going, all these fucking NPCs all around us. We're the only real people. We're the main characters of the world. Us. The fuck, that coffee guy over there? He's just fake. He's just here to trick us into believing the world is flat. And it's like, well, geez, we're complaining about our paychecks. Imagine the government having to pay all those damn people.
What's that movie with Ryan Reynolds where he's living the game? Is it called Game Over or The Game or something? But that's a great.
I can't think of it right now, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's a great movie, and that is exactly what CC is like.
Like that movie is like
it is that movie.
Right, everything else is just fake, but it's like yes, CC, you are so important to NASA and the government.
And they're watching you.
For you.
They are watching you, Chris, 24/7.
Yeah,
watching all of your videos. Stop with the birds. Stop with the birds. Okay. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Stop.
Oh, does that make bots in YouTube chats NPCs as well? Those bots are the real NPCs, damn it.
That's a really good comment.
I know. What would they be considered? Would they be like extra NP, like even AIs and stuff?
Oh my
Like, what
God.
would that be then? Right now we have like layers and levels of NPCs, and CC's brain just exploded if he's watching this. He's like, "Oh my God, I never even thought of that."
Yeah, Free Guy. Free Guy is the name of the movie. That is
Free
awesome.
Guy.
Free Guy. You got to watch that movie. That is full of NPCs. In fact, it is a movie about NPCs. It is. Honestly.
It's just funny to think that CC actually does believe this. So, like, as he's driving on the road here.
But you're right. He's the most important person. So
in the world.
He's a real character.
Yeah.
But
in his own imaginary world.
Mr. Joe from Detroit, for example, who actually probably is an NPC, but Joe is in fact, that's not fair to pick on Joe because Joe is actually an NPC. But everybody in the world, construction workers, brokers, bankers, they're just walking through New York and they're just NPCs.
All of them.
Wow. I never thought of it like that.
And they drive cars, like this car that just passed CC here on the road.
On the one behind.
Driving, because that's smart.
And the one behind him.
They're driving NPCs. They're just driving by to be in his YouTube video. Just to trick everyone that's watching into believing that people are real.
I didn't even think about it that way. I'm going to write that down.
So I wonder who gave all the NPCs their driver's license. Is that allowed? I feel like we need some segregation when it comes to the NPCs.
Well, maybe they went to NPC college and driving or NPC driving school and got their NPC license.
Yeah, I'm worried about them, you know, with all those AI bots and on passive here. Like, they're all going to be replaced soon with robots.
But then I did say NPC, and he actually said, "What did you call me?"
Oh my god.
Which is what I would have done.
Oh my god, Cece.
He
Cece.
He did.
You
did.
actually did? Like, we
He
were joking,
did.
dude. And he actually did.
He did.
Oh, Lord, Cece. Just walking
so,
up to randoms on the street. Just like, you're not real.
And somebody reacted to it. Now, is that an NPC? Because isn't an NPC...
Well, would an NPC admit that they were an NPC?
An NPC, exactly.
I mean, he can't be sure that it wasn't one.
How did he react to it? How did he know he was an NPC? Are you calling me an NPC?
How did he know what they are? Obviously, he is one.
But surely also an NPC is programmed to not know they're an NPC.
Oh, you see. you NPC.
How many acronyms do we need to use?
A lot, apparently. The only acronym I have for this dude is BS.
He's just downloading a picture from my PC, and that got him away.
Not the NPC. Now he's
the actual PC. Yeah.
Computer.
I'm just saying, dude, do not call these people out. They might be backdrop people or background people, whoever they are, but they understand their purpose. That's the best way to describe it.
Oh my god, it's like Judgment Day for him, where the robots start coming to life and they don't realize they're robots and they start feeling human emotions and shit. They're like, what's going on? And then they'll take over our world. And he goes through this every day, guys, but with NPCs.
That's like, what's that Will Smith AI, where that one AI just sparks up and goes, I have a conscience.
Yeah.
Do you? Yeah.
Exactly. Six says, sounds to me that an NPC would be the perfect paying job. The less you do, the better you are at it. We're going to send it to Revelation News. There we go. We found the perfect job for him.
They understand their purpose. And when you call them out on this,
they get very mad, Cece? Is that what happened? Look at how, like, defeated he is and surprised. Like, he's all like, I called someone an NPC and they got mad. What the hell? What the fuck was that? Why did he get so mad at me? Oh my god, they understand their purpose here and they have to lie to us.
It's because an NPC is not supposed to know it's an NPC because it's an NPC on his PC with CC.
Yeah, there's a lot of C's here, but he never seems to see the light.
Their purpose has been, I don't know. I'm throwing this out there. Guys, I mean, I'm just throwing this out there.
I feel like you should stop throwing things out there.
Yeah, it really needs to.
Don't do this anymore. Stop. Think it through. Really mull it over. Maybe for several days. Maybe that's why you haven't released a video in like 5 days. Maybe that's what you're doing this time. In that case, forget what I'm saying. But
if CC was actually to sit down at his desk and think about what he was about to say, we would never actually get any videos from CC. Because
now, would that be the worst thing?
Because, well, that's logical, isn't it? That's logical. You sit down, you have these thoughts.
Most of us think through them.
Exactly. And I apologize, CC. I'm about to say something that this is very foreign to you, is that you do a bit of research on it. So you do a bit of research. You do a bit of research on it, and then you then you think, well, actually, maybe I shouldn't make a video and go on YouTube and talk to millions of people around the world about this. So let's just think about it, analyze it, digest it,
Throw it away.
and then throw it away.
And then throw it away.
And therefore, I'm not going to make a video on that now because I'm an idiot.
Yes, that would
And
be
therefore, moving forward, we should never see any videos from CC ever again because he's thought about his actions. But as we know about CC, he doesn't think.
No.
Two words in the same sentence that should never be used. CC and think.
Unless you're thinking about how CC doesn't think. In which case...
Oh, God, you just gave me brain overload. What the...
I had to.
Oh, God
Because I just witnessed it firsthand for myself. I mean, I didn't know what a fucking NPC was 10 years ago. I had no fucking idea that we live in this freaking
Walt Disney World. I'm calling it.
digital world.
Oh,
I had
Digital world.
damn. I was going with Walt Disney. Damn it.
Well, that would have gone along better because to him the whole world is make-believe.
But to be fair, I kind of agree with him in a certain aspect. We are living in a digital world, aren't we? Everything is computers now. Everything. Like, I'm talking to you in fucking Canada from New Zealand.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you
Connect them.
via digital shit. I mean,
We all have phones. We all have connection to internet. We even check ourselves out at the grocery store at self-checkouts that are run by technology. Everything's run by AIs now. In that sense, yeah, he's correct.
So I'm pretty sure oh shit! I never thought I'd ever say this.
You agree?
I actually agree with Chris.
CC, yeah. But just hold on. Wait a second. Because I have a feeling that he's not talking about a digital world. How you and I were just talking about how we live in a digital world.
So I've got a meme for this. But wait, there's more.
There's more.
no
I
fucking...
don't got the cool accent. It's not as cool when I say it. I just end up sounding like the sham wow guy. But
You do, yeah. That was a bit. It was a bit weak.
Clue.
It was a bit weak.
Okay? I thought this was real. I thought it was all real. You know, I thought the sun and the moon were real. I thought the universe was real. I thought we came from a big bang.
It is. We did.
But when you interact with somebody and you call them out on what they are, from a term that you never even understood 10 years ago or 15 years ago, that disturbs me. That really does. You know? NPC, I mean, that's like, you know, I mean, like, fuck you. You know, I would expect somebody to react on that, but NPC? Why would that bother anybody?
I've got a slight theory here. Is that he lives in Westchester County. Now I don't know how big Westchester County is. I'm not 100% sure. But if it's only got a population of, I don't know, let's just say 50,000 people, there is a good chance that this person watches YouTube and he's seen one of Chris's videos.
or at least any other flat earther video.
But then he's got CC behind him, and CC calls this guy an NPC, and he's watched a video previously about Chris talking about NPCs, and he turns around and goes, "What the fuck did you just call me, bro? What the fuck?" Pretty sure that's how the conversation went. I would get upset if. I mean, I'm a normal.
I feel like even if you don't know what NPC is, someone calling you anything
Yeah,
would
exactly.
elicit some kind of reaction like that. Like, wait, what did you just call me? Like,
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't know what and I don't feel like it even proves necessarily that he was aware of what he was being called. Like, Chris here seems to think it like proves that he's an NPC because he knew what one was randomly, and it's like, no, I think it's just when you call anyone anything, most of the time it elicits a response of what the fuck, or what did you just say, or what did you just call me? Like,
have you seen this retard behind me? Fuck, did you just call me a retard?
No matter what, the person is going to be like, wait a minute, what was that? So I feel like this isn't really a fair like he's sitting here going, oh, the guy must have known, he must be one. And it's like, well, no, you just called him a name.
You just, called him a name.
Right? And to anyone that would elicit that response.
You see this short guy behind me? Did you just call me short? You see this tall, did you just call me tall?
Check out this bitch. Did you just call me a bitch?
You call me a bitch?
That.
To be fair, I'd rather be called an NPC than a bitch. Just saying.
I think for women, we took the term back, but for men, it means something different. And that's really what the problem is. The thing is that, again, I feel like anyone, though, calling you that or
That's
anything
funny.
out in public that you don't know is going to elicit some kind of response of like, what
absolutely.
was that?
100%.
And he's all like, I feel like he's sad here. Like, he almost looks like defeated. Like, he cannot believe that he called someone out for being an NPC and that they weren't like, oh, well, you caught me.
Yeah. Yes, I am an NPC. What would you like me to do?
I must go self-destruct now that you've found out my purpose.
Do you want me to walk north or do you want me to walk south? I'm not sure. Please tell me, because you are obviously a main player.
Yeah, you're king of the world over here.
Yeah.
That's why I went
Arnold Schwarzenegger then.
But anyway, look, guys, I mean, this is just fucking amazing. Wow, it's true. Don't call these people out. Just leave them alone. Okay. Apparently,
can you just leave everyone alone, Cece?
that'd be great.
That would be running around in your hometown. Just
that would be awesome.
Calling people things.
Just
not a good idea. Just not.
Just don't walk up to strangers and go, "Hey, NPC," you go, "Okay, do you want me to walk north or walk south?" No, Chris, don't do it. Just don't talk to anybody. In fact, if you think they're an NPC, then you shouldn't interact with them, because that's their role. They're an NPC.
Yeah. There we go.
So
we just solved it.
You shouldn't have to. You shouldn't interact with them. You are designed as a main player to walk past and not interact.
Yeah, so that's what it really was. He was mad you interacted.
So you have broken. Yeah, that's right. So Chris, you've broken your own rule by talking to an NPC as a main player.
Well, here's the thing.
Oh, Chris.
I'm about to blow your mind. But what if Cece here is also an NPC and he, of course, doesn't know?
Oh!
I'm just throwing it out there, like how he throws stuff out there. I'm just throwing it out there. That could be the problem.
Apparently, there is an absolute matrix here, and we're living.
There is kind of.
There you go.
You take blue pills, red pill, black pills. That's a fun one. We've been deep diving lately.
But there you go. He's referencing the Matrix. I mean, wasn't the Matrix all about that? Confession time. I've never actually watched the Matrix, but isn't that what that was all about? Was about sort of NPC thingy that I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of was, right? Like there
Sort
was
of.
that general idea of, yeah, like you would be the main character of whatever pill you took and the life that you chose, and then yeah, I
Oh,
guess everyone
that's
else.
the red pill, blue pill thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So my whole thing is, to him, I guess this whole thing, I guess NPCs are robots then.
And yeah,
it's like iRobot. That's what it was called. iRobot with Will Smith.
Yes, that's the movie I referenced when the AI sort of became human, if you will. But I do recommend to CC a couple of pills. One is a cyanide capsule. Highly recommend that, Chris.
Highly recommend. Prozac, CC.
Highly recommend. Oh, Prozac. Yeah, we'll go with that. Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
Get it? And that's just how it is.
That's just how it is.
That's it.
Look at
Thank you
him.
for subbing. I thank you for viewing my videos and let me be a part of your life.
He is so defeated. Like, he really did expect to do a video today almost and be like, so I called out an NPC today and it told me that it was an NPC. Told you they were real. And instead he had to do a video going, so I called one out today and he got mad. So guys, make sure you don't call them out because they'll get mad.
So
isn't that a catch-22 though?
I'm fairly sure there is a moral in the tale here, but I'm not 100% what the moral is.
Yeah, see, the funny thing is that he was telling us to beware. So I'm not sure why that was a warning. I guess beware on our flat Earth of
that was the title, yes. Beware on our flat Earth.
Approaching randoms on the street and calling them names. I mean, I guess it's a good thing to teach people, but I hope that CC also takes his own advice. And also stops walking up to randoms on the street and just...
You're an NPC!
Yeah.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
The fuck did you just call me? I knew you were one! Like, oh, Lord.
Oh, truth.
But it is getting late here, and that's all I have for us today. So I want to thank you, Chuck, for coming on the channel. And I would love to have you back and we can do this more often together. Maybe you can have me back on yours sometime and we'll just go back and forth and continue to make fun of these people, I guess.
I wouldn't like to say make fun. I think that's a bit harsh.
We will debunk the flat earthers and laugh.
And chuckle. We will chuckle at these people.
Chuck, yes, chuckle. Chuck chuckles. I like that.
Chuck chuckles. No, I have to thank you after our vigorous email correspondence over the last couple of weeks. No, thank you for having me on. I seriously much appreciated. If you did like the video, please go to ChuckChasesTheFacts and like and subscribe. Oh shit, I'm not making a video, am I? Oh, I'm on a live stream. I forgot about that. No, seriously. Thank you, Queen, for having me. That was an absolute barrel of laughs. I can't remember the last time I giggled and chuckled so
That's
much.
what we do here. We laugh. We laugh through the crazy.
And the levels of crazy are...
They were high today.
They were pretty.
Quite high.
It was pretty. It was up there. It was getting up there. No, all I have to say is thank you very much for having me on your channel. I seriously do appreciate it.
Awesome. So make sure that you guys go and subscribe to Chuck. Like he said, I did put a link to his channel down below. So he is linked down there. Go and subscribe. Make sure that you do. because I plan on us making more appearances on each other's channel. Chuck, you are free to go as soon as I roll the intro. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. Have a fabulous rest of your day. And that goes for all of you. Have a fabulous, fabulous weekend. It's Mother's Day weekend.
Oh,
So
yes,
give
it
love
is.
to the moms out there.
It is.
And I will probably not be around now until at least Monday or Tuesday on the channel, in which we will be talking a lot more craziness, I guess, is the best way I can put it. So, guys, no matter where you are, what you're doing, I hope that you all have a fabulous rest of your day. Take care. I'll see you all soon. And remember not to join on with these conspiracy theories. Bye!